Okay, now one other thing I would like to ask you. I would like to request a reasonable accommodation for my disability per my ADA rights. I cannot always guarantee that I am physically able to get up and get out of bed and do what I have to do to have my rent paid on the 1st. I have chronic fatigue syndrome. I have partial paralysis in all 4 limbs, and I have inflammatory neurological disease, and I have cognitive decline disorder. And that is the reason why I always keep my rent paid in advance as a protection to myself and a protection for the landlord. And I have done so for the last 15 years of my life since I have been dealing with this disability. And so I would like to request a reasonable accommodation for my disability to have my rent paid 2 months in advance, just like I moved in here with it paid a month in advance, for as a protection to myself and to Lawrence Park and KMG Prestige, because I cannot, and I don't drive, and I cannot always guarantee. I've just been a whole week in bed that I've only got up and left for treatment, I think twice this week. I cannot guarantee that I am physically able to get out of bed each day, and I spend many days of my life in bed.
Okay, give me 1 second, Ms. Ella.
Thank you.
Here you go. My apologies. Thank you for waiting so patiently.
Okay. Now, do I need to get this signed by the doctor or anything?
No, I just need you to complete that and return it, and then this portion here we will complete with the doctor.
Oh, okay. Great. And if you could please give me something in writing that says that rent cannot be paid in advance?
Well, I already told you, I already looked in your lease. There isn't anything.
I know
that
there's
says
not anything in my lease. That's why I'm not happy my rights are being violated. Because aside from just an issue of disability, okay, that is something that is unheard of for anybody. Kind of like people getting late fees on their door on the 2nd because their check doesn't come on the 3rd, which doesn't apply to me, but does a lot of other people.
And that's not even what's occurring.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It
No,
is.
it's not.
It is. It is. But I got manufactured late fees myself when my rent never was late. But as well as I've got manufactured third notices to terminate, which I have right here. And I have numerous different rent ledgers that are all confusing and conflicting with each other. And the guy at Fair Housing is racking his brain trying to figure out your numbers with all your different rent ledgers. So, you know, he's just as confused as I am, which I've kind of explained to him. Well, if you're confused, you're supposed to be confused because what's happening here is criminal, and that's why the rent ledgers don't match up and they change from month to month. From every time I ask him, I've got about 5 or 6 rent ledgers
Can
here.
you show them to me?
Yeah, we're gonna have to sit here and go through this whole mess. He's got them all too, and I just got off the phone with him, and he's racking his brain trying to figure out your math.
Hi.
First sets. Okay. That was a real shitty way to do business. In the hallway on the floor. Okay, well, first of all, here's the manufactured late fees. Remember those?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know, because you manufactured them. Okay, now, negative. Okay, let me see.
Can I see?
Yeah, we got this one. Okay, let me see. Oh, there's the tub reglazing when I can't even get a garbage disposal that's
So the
causing.
late fees that you said were manufactured were removed?
Yeah, well, that doesn't change the fact that they were manufactured and they were,
If they
it
were
doesn't,
removed, that
it,
means that it was an error. So
well,
you
well,
corrected the
it
error.
does, there shouldn't have been that kind of an error.
And
that,
actually
and,
was, it wasn't
and
something that we did.
Richard
It was an error with our system.
Richard continued to narcissistically gaslight me about those manufactured late fees before they were removed. Okay, now we got this one. The habitual homeland inspections, just that never happened. They're just to have a continuous notice of entry that,
Or
with
it's
a
just
3-week open window period to enter people's apartments,
Or it's just we didn't get to it yet.
with a 3-week open window to get to access people's apartments. I don't know what that is about. All these different made-up inspections.
We're looking at the ledger.
Yeah, I know, and I might have to, you should have all the ledgers. Here's another one.
You know what date these were printed on? It says 10/9/2020.
you know what, every time I come down here and get one from you,
Today, it actually looks the same. Let me take a look.
and these papers are not organized, so I wasn't planning on all of this happening. So, and it's not easy conducting business on the hallway floor. So if you want to see them, I'm probably gonna have to organize everything and come back down again, or I'll just have Aaron from Fair Housing take care of it and fax them all to you.
Okay, I think that would be best.
I think-
Aaron from Fair Housing, fax them over, okay?
He's over there racking his brain trying to figure out what you all are doing in here.
Okay, well, have him contact us and we'll straighten it out.
Okay, now, well, I gotta find that paper you just gave me because, you know, doing business out here on the lobby floor, this is a really crappy way of doing shit. Now I have to try to find the reasonable.
I just handed it.
I know it, but you see, I'm doing business on the floor. This is how you people operate. This is how you operate, okay? So, I gotta figure out what I've done with them with all this mess now, because I might need another copy. If you could just give me another copy, I can be out of your way. I'm really not able to stand here and do business on the lobby floor.
Well, it's not that we were, it's
Okay,
only because I asked to see the ledgers that you said was a different.
Yeah, they are. They're all conflicting and confusing. And I was actually,
So you said that-
before
you said
I
you
got
said
that
that,
gross
and I was
rent change from like 2 rent ledgers back from that, which I'd have to sit down with the magnifying glass and go by it row by row to find which one it was. I actually had checked the 228 that was on there that I was gonna ask, what is 228? But now we know, it's the gross rent change that I was informed of weeks later. So that brings into question a whole another series of questions.
It resulted in a decrease in rent because we didn't have it.
I know, but why is it on the rent ledger, previous rent
Because
ledgers?
it took effect in October. That's what it says on the letter.
All right, okay. I'm a whole lot smarter than you, lady, and sooner you figure that out, the better off you're gonna be.